The battle begins.
Already low HP. Chances are this top lane's not going to get any easier, as he will find Maposhka, and it seems like he'd rather almost just die now as Knight. But he actually stick charges up and tries to run for it. He will survive for now. And he does have a salve on the problem is Toronto Tokyo is going to find him, and he even finds his career.
Yeah, it's just hit and run. I mean, you think about the goal, the
Creeps and the evasion chances going. It's certainly going to be a bit more valuable here this game, I think, as top lane, but Poshka, you get rifted up, stun is there, he should go down, but Collapse is going to try and force something out of this. Fate's Edict, though, going to make it rather tough, but Seiyu still going to be chased down. With the creeps, he might have enough, but it doesn't seem like he wants to free the center away. So Collapse instead, he's going to back himself out on the Lycan. And for one move, they get away with a free Viper pick-off. Meanwhile, this out in a bit of trouble, but instead they'll go after the Oracle. Belajul going to try and fight back. Eventually we'll pick up Mirror anyway. A bit of a support trade going on. Toronto, he's still sticking around here on that tiny, but without a blink up to initiate, it may be a little bit challenging to burst the Alk down. Seiyu would be a lot easier though, and he does find it with a very nice avalanche toss combination. Toronto Tokyo not quite getting what he wanted, but it's almost just as good.
I think you're getting a lot from Team Spirit and movement out. Sure, you're investing a lot of heroes to go up top. You're kind of giving open space for the Pango to work bot lane.
And that is, again, one of the weak points. They don't have great lockdown, not without Toronto Tokyo. And without Collapse, he has to be very careful. Is the land the bushwhack into the Fortune's End. And eventually with the sharpshooter, surely they've got him. And they will. Panto able to take the kill with the Purifying Flames. Another nice kill for one move.
Tokyo is up, and they have a good angle to find a kill into clearing out some stacks.
Yeah, Knight, he's going to run right into them. And of course, they will go right after the stacks if they get away with this. Knight, well, he's going to try and take the creeps while he can. He's actually just hitting the large camp there. Trying to get the creeps before they do inevitably go down to Team Spirit. Do they go for the Ancients? It feels like they're lacking a bit of damage here, Team Spirit, but instead, they can certainly rotate mid and try to force the mid-tier 1 tower. The blink is there, Toronto with a great avalanche out, onto 2, into the Omni. No messing around from Yatoro. It hits the ulti straight away.
Pressuring this bot lane now, though. Knight is taking the front, but fantastically spot out Mirror here.
Yeah, nice swashbuckle out from Afterlife. Just checking, though, Mirror gonna actually swash towards the right side, but it won't matter. Sharpshooter's gonna land, and Afterlife had the vision anyway. In the meantime, they'll go back towards the bot tier 1 tower. However, there is a big smoke rotation coming from Team Spirit. Afterlife may not be able to avoid it as he does get tossed right into the Golem of Collapse. And he is going to drop. They at least get the tier 1, but they might lose Panto. As well as he'll try for the TP and barely makes it out.
Yeah, it's on edge. Manages to escape, and you still get the bigger target here for Team Spirit. You lose your tier 1, but you find that nice kill on the Pango, which again has to have a real quick build-up. Yatoro's all alone here, though.
Nice spin away, avoiding the bushwhack from Seiyu, but Knight can certainly chase him down now with the rift up, though. Yet Toronto is going to make his way over, and they have the Omni. Knight's going to go down. Belajul will try to trade here with the sharpshooter. It's just not going to be enough. They don't have the follow-up damage. At least they find Mirror. There's one positive in all.
And of course, Collapse having this strong start in Lycan, already with the drums on the helm for the Overlord. And it just simple. Putting out Roche. First stage is going away of Team Spirit. Major start for them, less than 1k lead standing, but again, you're up against an Alk that feels down the line, and you know, when they're all pumped up, it's good punishment. And look at TS, they just go on to high ground, no fear.
Yeah, I mean, 19.5 minutes in, they're like, well, if you don't want to fight, we'll just move into the high ground. They will stun up Collapse at the very least and have got the Lycan. A great start now for one move in this team fight. Team Spirit, oh, they're going to move back in. Toronto Tokyo out onto the Oracle, takes the Panto, and now the Omni goes through.
Oh,
Villager
no.
go down. They fought back on the Oracle to try and save the Alk. It was too late.
Are scanning.
Really nice plays from Spirit. Like, they lose Collapse, but they find the Oracle. Oh, Knight, no.
Oh my god. Right now, with the Aegis, nothing's scaring
Toronto.
Yatoro.
Great double avalanche and a toss out onto Seiyu, but he is going to be able to scurry away. Trying to protect this top lane, or rather bot lane of Barracks. Asher now up with the shards on the jug, and you've still got 2 minutes on that Aegis timing, but Asher backing off? No, not quite. Toronto just back in onto Seiyu. Melajul, they're going to try and defend. It's a great bushwhack to get started with Maposhka. He does die first. Onto Toronto, Tokyo, they do at least find the Tiny as well. Maybe they find Collapsing. He'll go for a run, but he has been locked down. Rift back into the stun, and, well, one move. You do see Yatoro, he's going to go for that large camp, so Melajul, he might be able to blow him up. Aegis is going to expire now, but Yatoro, he just reacts way too quick. Way too fast on the jug. Gets a spin out in time. In they go though with the Rolling Thunder, trying to get something set up, but nothing's being done. They'll go after the Dominated Creep instead. That's all they get out of this team fight.
Big fight over that Rosh off the back of this next engage.
They're under the vision of Team Spirit right now, so the Omni Slap's going to fly right through 9. Yatoro's already got one down, and it's the Pons 1-of-1 move as they get Panto as well. All they can do is run here, one move. Let's get out of there. Afterlife, he'll keep holding them back, but Collapse wants to go for a bit of a chase as now they jump in with Toronto, with the tree volley, with the tree throw. There's just trees everywhere.
Yeah, it still feels like you lack damage there.
He's forced to pop that BKB very early on. They might at least find Toronto out of this, and they do. Durax is down, but they'll keep trying to punish his Maposhka. He's going to keep down with the Ghost Scepter and be just fine. Still, the chase continues as Afterlife. He does have Rolling Thunder in about 5 seconds. Please find somebody. Well, Collapse, he's going to get caught out here on the Lycan, so they do get another. Very nice kind of punishment here from one move, and maybe this actually opens up the Roshan for them.
And it does. You're 2 heroes down on Team Spirit. You don't have your jump without the Tiny. So that's, high ground threat, but Toronto Tokyo doesn't want to give it away here.
Well, he's going to be quick, John. Roshan's already almost down. They're going to keep going for this, and eventually we'll have it as Toronto. He can get in time, but he gets the creep volley out. It's actually a fair bit of damage as Panto. He's going to go down with the Oracle, and there goes 9. Melajul, do you really want to stick around? I don't think it's a good idea right now. Omni's up in 3 seconds. Mirror's in. Avalanche not going to connect though. Mirror going to stun it soft this time. Melajul will throw another stun out. The sharpshooter's there. Now the Rolling Thunder. They're locked down for a while here. Yatoro will get the spin off in time. He's got the Omni ready to go back. No, he already committed it. Never mind. He's trying to fight the old-fashioned way with the right clicks, and they've got him. The Alchemist gone for the first life. The Afterlife is forced to run away from Collapse, but now you leave the Arc to die. Melajul will do just that. He will go down, and so will Panto. Dying back on the Oracle's Collapse. He'll keep chasing Afterlife. Instead, though, they're going to smoke up here. Team Spirit through the mid lane, it seems, is where they're going to go. I know, avoid breaking the smoke unless they see Melajul, and that they will. He does show up, but they won't make the jump in. Not quite yet. Instead, Team Spirit, they've got the spin back up. They can just move into the final racks. See if they can get it done, though. Bushwhack will hold down Yatoro. He's still fine, but to go for an Omni Slash to just get rid of Afterlife immediately. The creeps will get rid of the racks. At least not all of it yet. Melajul going to try and move in with the stun out, but it does nothing. Keep in mind, Afterlife brought back. Trying to defend this high ground, but with the HP of the melee barracks, there's just no chance of that happening now, surely. And it won't. Nice spin out. Stun out. Melajul in trouble again. We'll have the false promise to help him out. They're getting plenty of damage off here on Melajul. So he'll back off with the typical rage for now, but instead they've got Afterlife. A dieback immediately from the Pango. And they call it. They've had enough. GG's call. One move. It's an interesting kind of draft, John, and I believe it was Blizzard again who did say that it felt like they were trying to cheese teams.
really strong lanes for Team Spirit to play with. They almost have the same playstyle. You can kind of launch this Monkey King off to a faster start. For one move, I mean, it's more play. Night Stalker offlane has a little bit more to give you. The Luna has some early presence that you can itemize around if you manage to get the timing. So there's some more potential to be aggressive. They're already playing here.
Oh, nice arrow.
Jeez.
It's going to land right onto the backside of the Night Stalker's Afterlife. He's running. He's actually making it out, but no mirror. Barely able to get the right click off in time to secure the first blood. Engagement before the bounty runes have even spawned up.
They just run down mid. If they find a punishment, they could poke here, but it doesn't have the leap, so maybe a little bit more. No level it's committed yet from Panwim. Does go for the impetus now. Could harass out. Should at least equalize the bounty rings for a bit.
Battle begins.
Interesting decision though, right? Because you could have gone for... In fact, hold that thought, because bounty runes are going to be kind of fought over here, and it seems like Seiyu is dropping rather on the hoodwink now, but is going to be able to make it out. Should be a...
Aggression is nice, but it doesn't tie into what you want to do with Luna, man, right? Like, in the long term of the laning phase, for the first 5 minutes, at level 1, enchant's really not going to do much, and both sides are blocking off the large camp anyway. You are seeing Pantomime trade quite nicely.
Yes.
Arrow, gonna connect. Mirror, he's manning up. Panto doesn't have a fairy fire here, John. He might just drop, though he tries to... No, he's not gonna make it.
My pet loves
At all the
racing.
supports, sometimes they just decide to not back off, and well, Mirror, he knew he had a fairy fire, and the Ench didn't.
During daytime, it doesn't do much in the first few minutes of the game. First 5 minutes feels really slow for Night Stalker. Even the first nighttime, you can be a bit more aggressive, but you don't necessarily look for those kills. You kind of just want to keep that farm game, hit your 6, and maybe play around when you have a couple of bracers, which is still somewhat of a ways off here.
A bit of a rock and a hard place, but even mid lane, Melajul, he's going to cop the boat to the face. I mean, they'll get Wyvern, but they lost their mid Tiny for that. It's a really bad sign and a really bad start for the Tiny now. His bot lane, a bit more action to come out. Panto, a bit of trouble, but now Knight has to be careful himself. He does at least find Mirror before he does. Well, he's not actually going to go down. He's going to keep fighting. Panto does actually drop himself on the Ench. Knight's going to be fine to walk his way out.
As long as they ensure he's farming, you're pretty good. Down bot, though, collapse.
Nice setup. Panto able to get the slow off with the enchant, and even has...
Monkey isn't as fast, and you're seeing Panto kind of look for the aggression, clocking on collapse.
He's doing a great job of it. Collapse going to drop once again as Melajul. He's going to rotate on the Tiny to make sure they have the damage out, and, well, quite frankly, I don't even think they needed the mid-Tiny. The Collapse, or rather Toronto Tokyo now, is going to show up on the Kunkka. With Mirror on the Mirana, but 3v2, they don't want this fight. Instead, Knight can be focused down, but in the meantime, Mirror has gone down to Melajul's. Now Toronto Tokyo may have gone a bit too far in the Kunkka.
Radiance
Very nice to play with as well. Knight really wants that tier 1 tower, and will find it. Mapochka's still trying to find a way to set up though, but instead, Afterlife looks like he has been caught, but no X back into the arrow. Rather, they do save it for the boat, but Afterlife might still... No, never mind, Toronto. He was confident enough with the Tidebringer to get the job done. So go for another. Seiyu trying to run with the sharpshooter.
Find out soon. Toronto Tokyo is still maintaining #1 off the back of his aggression, and they are starting to play around now. They've got that blink on Melajul. They've got aggression lined up.
Roar out again. They really want Panto dead, but a big avalanche toss is there. Melajul coming in just in the nick of time. It's Toronto trying to help out, but doesn't have the boat to throw out as Collapse. Still juking and jiving, but eventually Melajul does secure the kill. Toronto looking for an X-back, is going to go on to Seiyu. Once again, the boat almost up. They'll just secure Seiyu's life.
Furled your sails, but go.
They want a bit more, though. Toronto, Tokyo, going to move in with your Toro. They'll see Afterlife. They'll go for a balance out, but you're not close enough, surely, to be able to lock him down, and eventually he will get close enough to the tier 2 to just walk away. At that one, Melajul not reacting whatsoever to the X, just kind of standing there and getting ready to blink out. Team Spirit will go into that mid-tier 1 tower once again. War is not up, so you don't have the greatest setup here for a team fight, but Toronto, he can go for the X back onto Panto. We've seen this one before, though, and they miss again. Now, Melajul, he'll get an avalanche toss out. Collapse in a bit of danger. Is going to run his way out of the Wukon's command as the curse. Going to lock 3 of them down. Panto's gone, and so is Melajul. Afterlife. Well, he's going to go for a run with this Dark Ascension, but they've lost 2 big targets already. And that's with all of it being missed. They didn't get the combo they wanted.
Yeah, they don't get the combination, but they still have a lot of team fight to follow too. They're not just hinging on that Arrow X. The Winter's Curse and Wukong's combination is still really strong. The dance is out. You need to farm a lot on Luna to really feel big. You have a great flash farm potential though.
Yeah, he shows up. He kind of went out of the fog there and does get caught out with the X back into the boat. And now the Torrent all's going to connect with Melajul. He'll go for a run, but the curse is going to connect from a Poshka. And Melajul just cannot blink out of this. They show up, but they were just underneath Hawk Vision anyway. Team Spirit, a very easy setup. His Afterlife, he'll go for a run, but he might just drop as well. Nice armlet toggling, but doesn't matter. But now it does. Still on the run. In the meantime, Panto is going to go down on the edge. Afterlife somehow still running back towards his fountain as Mirror. That's a very cheeky arrow, but he's not going to land it.
Tower is under attack.
Nice angle from Mirror, but
Back off. Team Spirit are still holding that mid lane.
Torrent not going to land. Say you going to go for a run, but Melajul, no, not going to be spotted out. Maybe he moves back in though. Toronto. Pretty spicy kill here for Melajul, so he will try with the toss back into Seiyu. They've got Knight around with the Eclipse out as well, but Toronto, he gets a BKB off, and now the Cold Embrace will save him for now. The arrow going to fly right through Toronto. He gets the boat out, and he is going to be fine for now, but Afterlife going to show up as Toronto, somehow still running. In the meantime, they've caught Mirror on the Murano, and he will drop. They even got Maposhka. He does commit the curse, but he's still going to go as well. Bit of a wasted curse there.
From getting their angle, so with a Roche, this should allow them to play a little bit more, but Team Spirit, they're still kind of clumped up and they smoke up here.
They're going to try and force the fight. Still one move. They are looking like the stronger team right now. At the very least in terms of the way their carries are built up. If you are Team Spirit. I say that, but they are smoked up and just rushing towards one move. Nice boundless strike out from Yatoro into an arrow follow-up, but they don't want to fully commit. Yatoro going to back himself out as now the toss is there. Maposhka going to be fine. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo, he's caught Afterlife on the Night Stalker. They'll bring him back into the boat, into the Torrent, and they'll take him down. Yatoro, fourth kill of the game for himself. It's Melajul. He'll TP out of the Tiny. Gonna try and force the fight now. Collapse gonna be scouted out. Melajul just going after the backside, but he cops the raw. On the Tiny, he's unable to get the initiation off, so now he's in big trouble. X-Torrent is there. Even the arrow to connect, but a nice force staff. Gonna buy him a bit of time, but surely not enough. Melajul's gonna drop. Afterlife, he'll keep trying to get this team fight going. The Wyvern is gonna run away and have the Cold Embrace back up and available if he needs it. But he doesn't. Yeah.
I've managed to bail out, and now Toronto Tokyo's here. No Aegis.
You don't have an Aegis this time, Knight. You don't have that Aegis. He's going to BKB up, and the Eclipse is going to come out. In fact, Toronto, he's the one that made a mistake here as he tries to run with the Essence Ring being popped. But surely there's no way out. Moonlight Shadow pop, but it's not going to be enough. He does drop. Team Spirit, though, still rushing towards Knight, who does go back to the farm, but collapses right behind him. Raw connects. Do they have the damage? Nice force staff away. Knight still running, but Yatoro right behind him to take him out. They even found the edge. That was a very greedy spot to farm in from Knight. A way to get a good fight going, but it doesn't seem like they're even going to try and force this any longer. In fact, Panto, Arrow's going to connect, and he will slowly but surely just die as they kill him from a distance. They don't even get near him. Tips out for Melajul. Toronto, Tokyo.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Somebody down. Up in. Oh, that's a great start. But Poshka, he's in with a fantastic curve onto the two-main call, right into the boat. See you later. That's a perfect initiation from Maposhka. Onto Panto they go. I mean, I want to see 5 tips there, John. Come on.
Probably on cooldown there, Mike. Here to use them all up on Team Spirit. Straight into the push. Excellent team fight again. They have such great ways of controlling here on Team Spirit. The blink on Maposhka, the investment that the Wyvern has managed to find is just paying off. And with a Beastmaster on hand, doesn't take too long to just go for the big objective. It's defend the Ancients. Tier 4s are going to go.
Yeah, they've got buyback available. They'll commit eventually. It's Afterlife. He does get a tree cut onto the Monkey King tree, but now has been caught out anyway. I believe a GG call's coming very soon here, John. They will buy back on Afterlife as well. Can they punish? Melajul, that's a great avalanche out, but the balance strike is there. Toro still fighting in Toronto. He's going to move back in onto the Tiny. They'll find Melajul a second time. Afterlife, he's trying to run. He'll barely make it out. Meanwhile, Mira, oh, he gets sniped. He does get taken down, but he goes Toronto once again as the buyback is there from Mira. Both will be taken by Knight through the backside, and Knight's just gone. No buyback available. Panto. It's a bit of a slower process here on the edge, but eventually they might just be able to get the stunners afterline. Save your buddy Syndrome kicking in here as he tries to keep the fight going, but it is just going to drop, and the GG call, it does come out from one move. Another one-sided affair here from Team Spirit, and they continue just going on undefeated. Just no contest here for the TI-10 champs.
Yeah, they're on a roll. Not a single game drop, not a single series drop, and they play extraordinarily well in the series.